Hi everybody, so today I'm going to be the leader of opposition and I'm going to be talking about why we should not implement online voting for the 2024 presidential election. So first of all, people have always had the option to vote without leaving their homes. We call that a mail-in ballot. The mail-in ballot is mailed to you and then you vote and you mail it back. Simple as that. If you do not want this option and you're open to leaving your house, then what you can do is you go to your local voting polls and things like that, but this is actually fueling the economy. So by doing this, you're gonna stop for gas, you're going to get a snack at the gas station, you're gonna go in a drive-thru, you're gonna get a coffee at Starbucks, whatever the case is. So again, that's just another reason why it's good, and we should implement that as well. The argument that the opposing team makes is that when you vote in person at the polls, then you will contract COVID-19 or the flu. There's no conclusive evidence that shows that. People could have gotten it elsewhere and they just happened to vote maybe around that same time period and think they got it there. But again, not conclusive. So the next thing is that just because there's more access to voting does not mean people will vote. By this, you can have, right now only about like 55% of the population does vote. That's not a lot, and voting has become more accessible with new poll stations opening up. And then again, especially in the last election, voting by mail was even another option, very easy alternative to having to leave your house. But again, that doesn't guarantee that people are actually going to vote. So why waste the money on something that isn't broken? So the next thing that I want to talk about is that we already have a system that is kind of ran by, again, the average age of a congressman is 58 years old. That's very old in terms of technology. I'm sure if we asked a 58-year-old to save a file as a PDF and then upload it, they probably wouldn't know how to do that, let alone download something. So why would we let these 58-year-olds run the voting of our country? Not a very good idea, not very progressive, none of that. So next, even if we were to do something like that, it would go to the board. And again, I want to reiterate that this board of polling and elections only has 3 board members when they're supposed to have 6. So 50% of their board is gone. So that means they're doing a double amount of their actual workload that they would normally be doing. So that's just more stress, more work, not quality outcomes, just kind of, putting that out there. And then the last thing is that when we go online, there is significant evidence that, things like Obamacare or even stimulus checks, unemployment benefits, those have not been received because they all stemmed from an online source. And those online sources, again, have not proven successful. When we tried to use Obamacare, then the website crashed because of too many visits during the website on its first day. Very unsuccessful. And again, Obamacare at the time is not as urgent as voting. So that is a very big issue.